it.
Yeah, Linda, the fake business and fake number, they still show up right now at this hour on Google when you search for rental cars here at Atlanta's airport.
This is a confirmation number that they sent us, and it looks legit.
You got the budget logo.
Got the budget logo and everything, you know?
You can see the confirmation email Jason Collins received after paying $800 by credit card to what he thought was budget car rental for a truck.
I just put in Atlanta Airport Rentals, and that's the first site that pops up.
Collins was Googling quickly on his phone and called the number that showed up at the top of the search list.
I just pressed the call button, and the guy said, "Hello, budget, how can I help you?"
It wasn't until he came to the budget desk at the airport that Collins learned he'd been scammed.
It was very hard to earn money that we work every day for. Nobody gives that us money.
On Channel 2 Action News, I've covered this same kind of scam before. Criminals gaming Google, pretending to be customer service for money-sharing apps, including Zelle and Cash App. Rebecca Mack lost hundreds of dollars in 2022.
First thing it was there said Zelle customer service.
Look closer at the budget Google entry Jason Collins called. It says, "Now budget car rentals." And there are negative reviews. One writing, "Beware, it is a scam."
Well, spoofing can also work in reverse. The FCC warns criminals can call you pretending to be someone they're not. Scammers often use something called neighbor spoofing, so it looks like an incoming call is coming from a local number you may know and trust. It's probably happened to you. If you answer, criminals may use scripts to try to steal your money or personal information. The FCC says be wary of anytime you get a call from someone pressuring you to give out personal information or answer questions quickly, and talk to your phone company about call blocking tools.
Good advice.
Quickly, and talk to your phone company about call blocking tools.
Good advice.
Peace. What's the word, right? Now, in this video, let me say something. If you're thinking about moving to Atlanta, don't. I can say, and I've only been in Atlanta for a few years, but when I moved to Atlanta from up north, every stigma, every stereotype, everything I've heard about the city before I came here is true. I heard before I moved to Atlanta, the nickname of the city was called Scamlanta. And again, a city where it's a large influx of black people, and Atlanta is considered to be the black Mecca, the black Hollywood. There is nothing but scams. There is nothing but starving black people. They need money. They need help. They need assistance. They want what you have, and they will get it by any means. No Malcolm X, right? In this video, and it's crazy because the lengths people will go to just to get stuff is crazy, man. But again, check it out. The man from the video was saying he booked a car rental. Come on, dude. How the fuck do you scam somebody for a car rental? But again, in a black city where black people are so fucking desperate, in a city where black people are so starved out, they're so deprived, the local government doesn't give a fuck about you. You have to create a scam to get money. You have to create a scam to receive money. Now look at this, right? On my screen, what you see is a confirmation email, what the man was talking about. He said, "We paid money. We paid for a car rental." And it's crazy how paying for a car rental, you would think, man, listen, how do I get scammed by an official website? How do I get scammed by an official company? In Atlanta, black people, listen, black men hate 9-to-5 jobs, but they love crime. I mean, think about it, dude. These people went out their way to create a website, to create a fake email, to create a fake phone number. So the level of creativity, the level of thought put into it, instead of filling out a job application, instead of becoming an entrepreneur with an LLC, you want to create a scam. But, and again, a city nicknamed Scamlanta. It's called Scamlanta. Think about that. The thought behind it. The thought behind it is crazy, bro. But again, this is what they do. Right? Now check it out. The man, Jason Collins, is a Sandy Springs resident. Again, living in Atlanta, bro, listen, I understand the layout of the map and what doesn't make sense to me, right? If he lives in Sandy Springs, why is he going all the way to the airport for a car rental? Think about this, right? Whatever city you live in, no matter if it's the west side, you live on the south side, north side, east side, or whatever, right? Why would you drive to the other side of town for a car rental? Whether you're going to the airport or not for it, why would you want to go to the other side of town for a car rental? Now, in Atlanta, as the man said, he went to the airport for the car rental. The airport in Atlanta, Georgia, it's on the if I'm saying it right, the southern side of the city. I guess it's in South Fulton or it's in Clayco. Anyways, south of the city is the hood. South of the city is where they push all of the poor. South of the city is where they push all of the poor black people because supposedly it's supposed to be cheap. But if you live anywhere south of the city, and usually it doesn't matter what city you live in, what state you live in, south of the city, the south side is usually the poor side. It's poor because that's where they push all of the black people. So south side of the city is always poor. So again, expect crime, expect homicides, expect robberies, expect scams, all of that, right? Check out my screen. The man said, or in the caption, it said he's a Sandy Springs resident. Now, if you live in Sandy Springs, look, the GPS says 29 minutes, 25 minutes, 26 minutes. Why would you drive all the way across town? If you look on the map on the outside of the route, it says 285. If you live within that 285 circle, again, Sandy Springs at the top, Hartsfield Jackson Airport at the bottom. Why would you drive? Listen, the route is going directly through downtown. Why would you drive damn near 30 minutes across town for a car rental? All you got to do is type in budget car rentals, enterprise car rentals. Why would you go across town for a car rental? To me, it doesn't make sense. But again, he's an older man and he probably doesn't know the difference between, scams or not. And looking at my screen right now, let me give you guys a gem. If you go on a website at the top of the screen in the search engine at the URL, if there's not a lock symbol next to the URL, you are on a unsecured website. That means it is not real. It is not real. Again, look at my screen. Budget car rentals, College Park, GA. That's in the hood for you guys who don't know. B, now budget car rentals. I mean, let's be for real. And then not to mention at the bottom, the first link is an actual budget car rental website, the official website. I typed that shit in and I found the official website. So I'm thinking to myself, man, how did this man click on the fake link? Why would you pick the link that doesn't say open 24 hours? If you got the car rental from the airport, think about it. People fly into a city at any time of the night. Your flight might land at 11 p.m. at night. Your flight might land at 4 a.m. in the morning. Your flight might land at 3 p.m. at night. Why would you not go to the place that says it's open 24 hours? Maybe he wanted to be scammed. Maybe he just wasn't informed on how to use the internet and how to navigate this stuff. But I understand. But again, in a city where it shouldn't even matter, you should be able to get a car rental without getting scammed. So the fact that black people are going to this level, they're going to this extreme, they're going to the extremes just to get money in a city where they don't give a fuck about you. Who cares if it's a black mayor? Who cares if it's a black face running it? Who is really controlling the state? A white man. The black puppet doesn't mean nothing. Black people in Atlanta, listen, they're starved out. It's a city where people, listen, it's a kill or be killed city. Roll or get rolled over city. You feel me? And again, if you guys are on these websites, man, listen, always read reviews. Listen, Yelp reviews are the most official reviews you can ever see. Google reviews are the most official reviews you can ever see. Check this out. Kyra Simone, beware. A month ago, beware. It's a scam. Exclamation points. They will request you to pay via Zelle, Cash App. Just go to Enterprise or a well-known company. And I'm telling people, listen, when it comes to car rentals, whether you rent from Enterprise, Alamo, Budget, whatever car rental places out here, always check the reviews. The reviews will never lie to you. And the fact that people are getting scammed, I just don't understand how. How could you pick Now Budget Car Rentals over Budget Car Rentals? It says it's open 24 hours. I just don't understand, right? But again, the clear telltale sign is the fact that these people want you to pay with Cash App or Zelle. Since when will an official company, since when will an official company make you pay with a third party app? Zelle or Cash App? No, a business with a real business account needs to receive an ACH transaction payment. Okay? You will never pay with Zelle or Cash App. You make a secure payment through the company website, which is a ACH payment. Man, but again, in a city where black people will rather commit crimes, where black people will rather rob each other, where blacks will rather scam each other instead of working a 9-to-5 job, that's what happens. And if you guys go on my channel, I forgot which video. No. The video with the 81-year-old man and the 61-year-old woman, that's a prime example of phone spoofing. And I even told a story in that video of how somebody called my mother. Somebody called my mother and told her I had a warrant for my arrest. And they wanted my mother to come and pay $2,500 via Cash App, via Zelle to get rid of my warrant. Listen, they called my mother from the police department. But again, law enforcement will never call you. Law enforcement will never call you and say, listen, I have a warrant for your arrest. You owe us money. They will never do that. But again, neighbor spoofing is when they can pull local businesses, pull their caller ID and place it upon whatever number they're calling from. So now when they call you, it's gonna say Budget Car Rentals. When they call you, it's gonna say XYZ Police Department. You know what I'm saying? So it goes to show, listen, instead of working a job, they're figuring out how to scam people. How to scam people, bro. Again, it's just ridiculous, right? But I'm telling you people, man, listen, you have to be wary of these people because, listen, instead of working a job, instead of filling out that job application, instead of waking up at 6 a.m. to go clock in for work and work hard, they want to scam. In Atlanta, it's a scam city. Black people black people only understand scams. I'm not saying all black people, but in Atlanta, that's all Atlanta is. Atlanta itself is a scam. People moved to the city because they thought loving hip hop. Oh, I'm finna be a rapper. Oh, I'm finna be an actor. Oh, no, it's a scam. It's a fucking scam. Don't move to Atlanta. Atlanta's not a city where you want to move to. You're going to move around scammers, robbers, fake ass people, faggots. You feel me? Down low men. Come on, bro. It's not a city where you want to live. Every stigma, every negative connotation you heard about Atlanta, I'm telling you, it's true. It's true. But again, You don't want to fall for neighbor spoofing, man. Listen, certain places will never reach out to you. Check the reviews. Make sure you check the URL and make sure you see the lock symbol on the search engine in the URL. If you have to pay via Cash App, via Zelle, that's a telltale sign. It's an automatic scam. You will never pay online with Zelle or Cash App. I'm helping the people out, man. But right, check it out. Now, moving on in this video, and again, Atlanta, Ponce City Market. Tell me why. Look at this man, grown ass man. If you're gonna steal from a store, doesn't it make sense to wear a fucking mask? If you're gonna steal from a store, doesn't it make sense to wear fucking gloves? At least the young kids nowadays, they wear the Pusheisty mask, the baklava. You know what I'm saying? At least these guys put on a mask. You're stealing out the Nike store. Out of the Nike store. Now look at the picture of the Nike store. That's on Ponce City Market Nike store. Why? Why are you stealing out the Nike store? But again, this is what black men want to do. I made a YouTube short of how a young black man is stealing cell phones. And this is in Oakland. A young black man stealing cell phone. He stole 40 cell phones out of the Apple store off the display. What dumb fuck will steal display phones? Even as a teenager, I knew if you steal a cell phone display phone, it will not work once you leave the store. It's a brick. Apple has been upgrading their technology from the last decade, dude. When you listen, back when iPhone 4s and iPhone 4S's was out, because I'm not holier than now, but back then I was a wild dude. I was still on iPhone 4s, but that's back when Apple had a very lenient security process on the phone where you can jailbreak the phone, you can reset the phone through iTunes, plug it up to your computer and everything, and you can sell the phone again. Nowadays, if you're still an iPhone, bro, there is no getting away with that shit. Even in the pandemic, when people were rioting in stores and stealing cell phones and stuff like that from the Apple store, Apple already knew, I'm going to set a blacklist on the phone. I'm going to cancel out the ENI number. And now the phone is going to be a dummy. It's a brick. Not to mention it's a GPS tracker in the phone. So I just don't understand. But again, you're robbing the Nike store. So instead of working a job, instead of getting a 9 to 5, instead of standing on the corner and selling something, man, how about you make an honest living somehow, some way, but you're stealing clothes? Again, in Atlanta, you will see black people because in a predominantly black city, blacks commit 90% of the crimes. All they do is rob. Black men rob from stores in Atlanta. Black men rob other black men in Atlanta. It's crazy down there, man. But again, people want to move to these cities for what? You want to move to Atlanta for what? Because what? It's cheap? There are no fucking jobs in Atlanta. That's why you see black men doing the crime they commit, because there are no jobs. Most of the men committing these robbery and these scam type of crimes don't even have a felony. It's the fact that there are no fucking jobs, and the jobs that they say they create don't pay no fucking money. Oh my goodness. And again, last one, man. Last one. Again, I'm telling you people about the city of Atlanta. It doesn't matter if it's black men, black women. You have to be wary of both people, because in that city, it's really a cursed city. It's really a city full of degenerates. It's really a city that will make you upset with your own race. If you live in a city that's not predominantly black, I'm telling you, stay there, because if you move to a black city, you will realize black people don't give a living, a single fuck about other black people. In Atlanta, it's all about colorism. And actually, that's at the bottom. It's about colorism, number 3. It's about racism, number 2. And then it's about classism, number 1. It's ridiculous, right? Check my screen out. The woman inside the store for less than 1 minute. Police say a black Chrysler 200 with temporary tags waited outside the store while women entered the store and grabbed clothing. They sped away before police could arrive. Anyone with information on this crime urged to call Alpharetta Department, Public Safety. Now, what happened in this what happened in this article is the same thing from the last one. It was a black man robbing a Nike store on Point City Market. Now in Alpharetta, anybody who knows about Alpharetta, if you've been there, you lived there. Alpharetta is in Fulton County. Fulton County, but it's the north side. Again, like I said at the beginning of the video, the south side of the city, no matter what city you live in, it's usually the poor side where you will see a bunch of black people. When you go near College Park, East Point, Jonesboro, Riverdale, Clayton County as a whole, that's poor black people. I had a man, listen, shortly after I moved to Georgia, I was in a barbershop, right? And an older man, probably in his 40s, told me, he said, listen, and he's from Atlanta. He said at some point in the 90s and the early 2000s, you know, it was a change made to the city where they pushed all of the black people to the outskirts of the city. And the only part of the city where blacks could afford to live at that time was the south side, Clayton County. So if you think of moving to Georgia and you online looking at cheap apartments, cheap houses, it's in Clayton County, the poor side of the city. Do not move over there because you will experience a robbery. You will experience being scammed. Don't move over there. But again, when you look at Fulton County, the north side, Alpharetta, that's where who stay? The non-blacks, the Caucasians. That's where you'll see Caucasian people, you'll see Asian people, Middle Eastern people. Listen, Alpharetta it's pretty much its own city. It's so far away from downtown, it's literally its own city. It's beautiful out there and it's expensive. And police response time, listen, that's why they pay high tax money out there, because police response time is good. The three women in this article stole $8,000 worth of merchandise from the Nike store in Alpharetta. Look at the outside. Look at how nice that shit look. Come on, dude. And listen, my thing with Atlanta is, and again, this is not my city, but I can admit Atlanta is a beautiful city. The infrastructure, the layout, the way how the city is built upon, it's a beautiful city, dude. It's the people. And again, not the transplants. Listen, my time living in Atlanta, the transplants are cool people. It's the native people that were born in Atlanta. Listen, the what they call them? The Grady babies. Listen, Decatur where it's greater, those babies over there. Listen, the native people to Atlanta are the ones where you see the ones committing the crimes. The local people, because why? The locals are not making the money. The locals are starved out. The locals can't get the jobs. Transplants are coming to the city and getting the good jobs. The local people are starving. The locals, listen, if you move to a city, whatever city you move into, especially if you move to the South, I would not advise you to deal with the local people. Your best bet is to meet transplants. Transplants, they tend to move to a new city and leave their fuckery behind. The local people, I'm telling you, but again, look at the store, dude. How are they in there for less than a minute and steal $8,000 worth of merchandise? I'm telling you people about black cities, and again, Atlanta, don't move there, bro. How can you go in the white community and commit crimes when you don't want to do it in the black community? It's crazy, ridiculous, right? But anyways, I'm just here to educate you people on, what's going on in the cities, because I can show you DC crime, Baltimore crime, Atlanta crime, Detroit crime, Chicago crime. If you live in a black city, crime like this, it's not nothing new. It's been going on forever. But in black cities with these black mayors and these blue states, any state that's a blue state, it tends to be a black city that's probably running it, or a black city that's the face of it. And Democrats, they allow so much crime because they need the black vote to keep pushing bullshit. Democrats don't give a fuck. Listen, I did my research. At one point, black people voted Republican, and for somehow, some way, they took a turn and a switch where now blacks vote for Democrat blue, and Caucasians and non-blacks, they vote Republican. And I guess if you're a black guy who has money and common sense, you vote Republican. Me personally, I don't vote. I don't care about blue versus red. All I do is work and pay my taxes. But anyways, I'm out. Peace.